Give the Wolves some credit. Their defense has been better the last handful of games. Wiggins with the rebound off the Thompson miss.
I think what he was saying is usually on a fourth grade YMCA team you have one really good player and you're so trying to get it to Jimmy as Towns a beautiful roll to the rim and finish as Teague, great pocket in the game. Got to work your way to getting those free points.
He shoots better than 90% from the line. He's averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks per game, which is a personal best. He'll be 22 years old next week. Green fouled by Gibson after a great dish by Curry.
The bench is still a question mark, but I agree. If they're healthy, they're a playoff team.
Because with Jimmy Butler in the lineup, they're 7-1, and you made this point in our conversation with Tom Thibodeau that one loss was on opening night, so it's the first time this group has been together. You have fewer preseason games now as Curry knocks it out of bounds off of Wiggins, Golden State ball. So they're 7-1 with Butler, and their loss was against the Spurs on opening night.
Absolutely. You know, the other two losses, they got blown out the night Butler didn't play on back-to-backs. But when Butler's been there, they've been outstanding finishing games.
Curry with that sweet scoop. 16 points for Curry.
Such a great finisher, an array of finishes in the lane.
Wiggins with the pull-up. Can't knock it down. Wiggins 4 of 10. Curry always with the head up. And Green gave it up that time. So many times we see him take that trailer three. But he hadn't made one yet tonight. Elected to pass. Gibson too strong. Well, Minnesota off to its best start since it was 9-1 in 2002. And again, 5 straight wins. Their last 6-game win streak was in 2004. That's the last time they made the playoffs. They went to the Western Conference Finals that year.
And that's with Kevin Garnett and that well-put-together Flip Saunders team.
Iguodala with the long 2 and a timeout by Minnesota. Close games. When you're bad, you lose games down the stretch, but they're 4-0 in games decided by a basket.
And last year, they just couldn't win close. They took leads into the fourth.
Those first season after 5 successful seasons in Chicago. 3-point Golden State laid the timer at 2 for T. And Ken Mauer calls a foul.
He's a talented offensive weapon.
Was an all-star a couple of years ago in Atlanta. From Indianapolis, went back home to play for the Pacers last year, then got the big contract to come to Minneapolis. Gibson swats at Iguodala and a foul. They're at 5 and 6, obviously playing without Isaiah Thomas. They beat Milwaukee last night.
But that gets brushed off way too much. You traded a great point guard, and the point guard you got back for him is hurt as Towns again on the offensive board for the putback. So I think that's number one. I think 2, they're not nearly as talented as this Warrior team, and yet they're having some of the same issues as far as excitement about the season ahead.
Sure. And it seems like every year we say this about Cleveland. What's wrong with the Cavs? Even when LeBron was in Miami, a couple of those years they get off to poor starts. And ultimately it doesn't matter. They put it together and they end up making it to the finals. I mean, 7 straight years in the finals for LeBron James. It's incredible. And you'd have to think they're the favorite to get there again, even though Boston's off to a great start. Iguodala with the bucket and the 3-point chance.
Floor.
Iguodala now in his 5th year with Golden State. He was the Finals MVP when they won their first championship. People forget that and just how great he was in that series against Cleveland. Wiggins lost the handle. He'll try the 3 and knock it down over Draymond Green. His first 3-pointer. Thompson gets a little bit of airspace. That's all he needs. Great screen by Curry.
Absolutely. That's what caught my eye as well. Full body, head hunting type screen.
Well, you mentioned that when we were talking with Steph before the game about how he's always, as Towns drills a three, Curry has always been prideful about being a good screener. Going back to college.
Exactly. And he said that his coach, Bob McKillop, said, help someone else so you get helped as well. As Thompson hits another shot. It's amazing that all those lessons that his college coach imparted onto him, he still remembers.
Transition three opportunity. Thompson can't pay it off. Wiggins skies for the rebound. 5 minutes gone by in the third. Towns to the rim. He's starting to heat up. Cat with just 4 first half points, but 10 here in the third. But the Warriors come right back and drill a three with Clay.
And you should not give up transition points after a make. Golden State does a great job pushing, but Minnesota's got to do better in matching up.
2 points, Curry and Thompson. Both struggled to shoot in their last game against Miami, yet they still won by 18 points. Got a switch here. Teague finds Gibson. Great look.
Well, they're switching their 5 onto Teague, and Teague's got to beat Pachulia off the dribble. He did. Green rotated over, and he did a nice job finding Gibson.
And then a steal by Butler. 3-on-2. Butler can't get the pull-up. He's struggling. 3 of 10 from the floor. Yet they're only down 4 with the Warriors shooting 70% here in the quarter. That'll go up after the goaltend. First free throw attempt of the night for Klay Thompson. He missed it. Doesn't have any rhythm. Barely shot any this year.
It's a nice finish by him with the left hand.
Great defense by Curry. And now Curry sets his feet for a second, but he couldn't bury it. Butler, beautiful catch in traffic. Steve Kerr upset. Thought that Butler turned it over. Shot clock at 2. Teague has to let it fly. Not close. When he was wearing the Al Attles sport coat on the night that they celebrated Al Attles, that would have looked really good with the dance move.
That was nice. That was a nice tribute to a Warrior legend.
Curry draws contact and he'll go to the line.
Beat the Washington Bullets.
And then to think they went 40 years without another title, and now they're expected to win it every year, and they've won it 2 of the last 3 years.
Shows you how hard it is to win.
Butler out to Teague. The lead is 8 right now for Golden State. Butler held to 6 points in this game. Here's Towns falling away. Rebounded by Curry.
You watch Curry's individual defense against after he switches on Jimmy Butler as McGee finishes. But Curry's individual defense is what has sparked all of.
Talk about it or not, or give me praise for it or not, doesn't really matter. I know when I'm locked in and when I'm able to just do my role in the defensive end. So it might not look flashy, it might not, be weak side blocking or blocking shots or picking up 94 feet.
His point there, Jeff, is he tries. There's effort. Where there are a lot of guys in the NBA that aren't trying to play defense. Thompson pull up, nails a 3, his 5th triple.
You can't turn the ball over against Golden State, just too dynamic in the open floor. But I agree, Curry gives you a good effort. I think the times he gets in trouble is when he becomes undisciplined, reaching, trying for steals. I think that's causes some unnecessary foul trouble. But as far as an honest effort, absolutely.
Meanwhile, Klay Thompson with 21 points, 13 here in the third quarter. Nick Young off the mark on the triple. 11-point Golden State lead without Kevin Durant tonight. Good defense by Curry on Teague. Fighting through that screen. Teague draws the foul. That should not be a shooting foul. Should be.
They're refereeing that so much better this year. I don't know why it took so long, but they're doing a much better job with that.
I would agree. Green gives it up. Curry with the rip through. Goes behind the back. McGee on the attack.
And this is my problem with the bench. Right there, McGee takes it from 10 feet, and Belly steps out of the way. Listen, you can't win or play big minutes if you will not challenge at the rim, somewhat like McGee just did.
But how about Wiggins able to score with his left hand? Curry to the bucket, and Jang comes back, blocks the shot, but a foul.
Out well for both teams.
Yes, it did. Teague in transition leaves it for Gorgui Dieng, who throws it right to Curry. Golden State with 13 fast break points here in the quarter, looking for more. Here's Swaggy, three. It's good. It's a 16-point Golden State lead. Dieng underneath. Look at the defense by Golden State. Even Nick Young getting after it. And then Livingston with an easy deuce. Break points. And Golden State has its largest lead at 16 points. Or 18 points, excuse me. They go to Wiggins out of the timeout, and he draws the foul. Thought Phoenix did well considering they had to trade Bledsoe. They sent him home to get a first, a second rounder in Greg Monroe, even though they may just move on from Monroe.
I think as Young hits another one, I think absolutely they did as well as you could have expected. And I think it's a terrific get for Milwaukee. So both teams, I think, will benefit.
Crawford way off of that one. He has not scored in this game. And you talked about their bench. They have not gotten much production from their reserves tonight. Big reason why they're down, because Golden State's bench has been outstanding in this game. Caspi. Warriors get off to a 4-3 start, but they've won 4 in a row. A foul here on Golden State.
Very good. They only lost recently because they didn't have a point guard. Elfrid Payton came back tonight, but DJ Augustine has done a good job filling in for Payton when he was hurt, was also hurt, played without a point guard and took a loss. But other than that, they played outstanding basketball.
McGee with the scoop and score. This is what he did last year. This gives him a ton of energy off the bench. 6 points all here in the third quarter. About a 7-second difference between the game and shot clocks. Here comes the Dieng screen. Wiggins thought he was fouled but turned it over. Curry goes behind the back. They got numbers. Caspi from Curry, an easy 2, and the lead is 21. Crawford finally on the board. And then contact between Dieng and Curry, but no foul is called as time expires in the third quarter. 95-76, all Warriors after 3 here at Oracle.